Hi everybody. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I want to first acknowledge all of you, everyone that is going to be with me, and together we will basically mind reset. Um, well, first of all, I'm Katie. I've been working one on one with people, guests, clients for about 35 years. But since I'm really young, I've played music, so I've always had to prepare myself to be in front of big group, small group, um, rehearse with one or more people to play music, or it depended on what the subject was to prepare myself for. Um, so that I've always kind of reset myself. And I, this year, want to really acknowledge, well, first, the fact that I meditated as I usually do. And again, okay, it's not what we're going to do today, but what I did was I recorded a live meditation. And that was for me just an amazing way to really reset, to, to hold myself accountable, to not wait for someone to hold myself that way. And as I decided to do and to push it a little further and do this Zoom call and invite people to do it with me, I checked on YouTube what was mindset reset or mindset, and they're a huge program for Mel, and I am a big stand for what she's done. I am so thankful that the name that I had for it um, was the same as what she had, and everything's happening for a reason. But she went really steps. Her whole program is on YouTube, so if you want to really go even deeper, she has a 30-day program with a mind reset, and it's on YouTube. I will do this Zoom call every Monday at 4 p.m. And so I invite you to come with me and really join me on this. What we're going to do, we're going to generate what has been blocking whomever is with us to really move forward. Example for me was really indecision. Indecision for me was avoiding me to take opportunity. It was the fifth of my opportunities, and to really move my idea to an action was also an issue, since I was undecided. Doubt was huge, and so those three blocks was really linked to each other. Like it was really a circle. And um, when I realized that, I decided to really observe everything that I was doing, and I really saw that everything that I was doing was surrounded by what those blocks were. And to just the first step really is to acknowledge what's happening, uh, seeing, observing that everything that I was doing was really linked to the same block. Maybe it's something that will um, help or not help, I don't know, but I'm just going to put it out there to be in the space, to be able to maybe have some generating ideas for everyone else to be able to come up with an action maybe, and to share. Like the sharing is huge. Sharing is huge because it's evolving to something a little bigger, and calling to other that are vibrating on the same level of comprehension. So here it is. I just love the fact that we are here together because it's going to come somewhere. So I I'm gonna actually follow what Mel did, and I instead of doing what I've used to do every year, this year I really made some notes on what the way she had it on was. So basically, from 1 to 10, there's it's kind of an exercise where you write down what do you rate yourself um, on from 1 to 10, meaning that, for example, on self-worth, 10 is you love yourself, and 1 is you hate yourself. What is your, like, what are you rating it? And from there, um, do, like, really writing down self-worth, friendships, love life, money and opinions, work, school, body and health. For personal, I see that what works, and that's me, is one area. Because most of the time, one area is discovering something that's major, and mostly one thing that does not work in one area will be pretty much the same thing that will not work in the other area. So I invite you all to work with me on self-worth, and to really like take the notes. Like, first, what do you rate yourself on self-worth? Do you absolutely love, adore yourself, love everything you do, everything that has been done from you? You love the way you are with yourself, you love how you are with others, you, the way you take care of yourself, the way you basically um, exercise. I mean, every single aspect about what is concerning you. Or you hate, like you just like always doubting yourself, you avoid to actually like receive compliments. No, 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 like you avoid that. um like, what is it for you? What is it? And I really, to me, it's important because it's one point that made me realize that it's really started by me. It really did. I wanted to, like, for a while, help even my children that maybe needed the most for an area, but that area they needed, it was not really the area I was able to really help them. And what they really need to see was for me as a mother to take care of myself, to to be healthy, to do everything basically that is a definition of being taken care in a healthy way. And so from that, I am able to be the mother that basically they are expecting me to be, not me wanting to like fix what was not working in what they wanted to do, because I was not able to. It was a huge aspect on growth. And whatever the repercussion was, once I really started to look into me rather than seeing what I could do to help them, made a huge impact on others. By really working on building my own program was um, a huge example for them to see that that is possible for them to actually do something in front of a classroom. And I've really realized that once I took my own life, my own, every single aspect of that life, really a step up. Meaning that instead of not being proud of achieving everything that I wanted to do that day, one day, to like from that not being proud of me to whoa, everything that I achieved was actually was like tasks that I started and finished. And so going from like a positivity aspect is just what worked, or to like uh, when something is not working anymore, when the thoughts are just like starting to just grow and feel feel the space to really like know to stop and to just like sit and reset. That was huge. That was it's huge. Um, so really, the self worth is, I wouldn't say the first aspect to really like removing the block to move further, but it's a huge one. So it's something that I really wanted to share and to share as a first. And I also want to say something. Whatever makes the discomfort is where the growth is. It doesn't mean, oh, I'm really uncomfortable, so I'm about to grow. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is something, for example, this Zoom call, which I have really nothing prepared. I don't really know until I see who or feel who is with me. How am I gonna start? Who am I gonna speak about? What are my topics? What are my subject? I kind of have an idea around what I like. I have three themes around my life that are really a huge aspect on how I conduct everything, and it works. So that is in my background, and it's not something that I project on everyone. It's something that I do for myself as a self really care. And from there, depending of who's with me, so now it's self-worth, and I believe that self-worth is huge. um, so I would love for each and every one of you to take notes on what it is for you, to what does it mean, what is the meaning of self-worth for you, and to be able for us to really share on that next Monday at 4 p.m. In the meantime, so from today to next Monday, starting tomorrow, what I personally do per day, after writing down basically what's self worth for me, and it can be, well, my self worth is, I want to practice daily something, and I get frustrated if I don't achieve what that was, something that I really got frustrated before. I was frustrated if I wasn't achieving what I have had decided that I would do. And it really was a frustration, and I was taking it really to an extreme. So I realized that what was coming towards me and what was attracted was only pretty much negative aspect of the way I was seeing myself. I was not seeing the like little things that was making a huge difference on my body or on my being or on my way I was feeling, or on I was not even like looking at what am I doing to take care of myself. No, I was not. I was just kind of beating myself up on what it is that I didn't achieve. What is it that I like? So um, from starting tomorrow, taking the first word that you wrote, um, write that word as the thought that you want to have for Tuesday. Example, today I really beat myself up and I doubted myself. Tomorrow, I decide to raise myself up. So decided to stop and to restart with the opposite attraction of the opposite word that put you down. That's for Tuesday. For Wednesday, maybe on the second line you wrote something else. On Wednesday, you can just train and see what happens. Just write down train. What is training for you? What is, like, it can actually be a train of thoughts. It could be, so yeah, just that. I invite you on Thursday to actually give thanks. To give thanks to the 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, that basically has passed, and to decide that Thursday is here and Tuesday and Wednesday are past. Tuesday is here, Thursday is here and Tuesday and Wednesday are past. So Thursday, you give thanks. On Friday, you rest your mind. On Saturday, you work. The mind, the body, and you just notice what's happening. So become aware. It's not something you write down, it's just something that you actually put in the space. You basically work. On Sunday, you allow everything that has happened to just go forward, move forward. On Monday, we meet again. So meeting again means we will next Monday start our call by introduce each other, and from introducing each other to share what is the mood of that second, like right now. Like my mood is pretty content, but I'm a little nervous. My mood is at peace. So we will do that one after the other, and it will put us quite in a good space to start anew and to start as a group, and to be able to really share what has been that week that has passed after this basically video that has come up. And I really am amazed to be able to move forward with this all together. The reason why I'm here is really because as a group we can grow bigger, stronger, we can learn from each other, and as there's no much more that I can do. Like really, if I want to take it bigger, I gotta have some peers with me. So I really need for us to do that together. This work means a lot to me. It works. The work works if you let it work, and if you give some time for it to be. And it was really a key for me to just go ahead and have this starting. Uh, it's not really like a new year to me. New year, new you. It's not that. It's really something that a restart, a mindset. It's whenever it can happen, like several times during the day. Whenever it starts to be too much, whenever someone is driving and you really notice that the people behind the wheel are extremely stressed, or it's a big rainy day and the people that are driving are, I mean, and you kind of like observe yourself and you are realizing that you are pretty calm around the overwhelm of stress that you see, and that is just an amazing way to be. So I really invite you to start acknowledging yourself for what is happening when you are in your car by yourself, and seeing the surroundings, or when there's a drama that's happening and someone is trying to get you sunk into it. What do you do? Like these little things, to really realize like what is it that you do, um, and to start observing your habits, because there's an amazing secret and an amazing founding on just stopping long enough to realize our habits. It's huge. It's a huge findings, a huge way to grow. Sometimes habits are something that is so linked into our personality that it became second, like eyes closed. Something that is done just regularly, and sometime or most of the time, are those habits are needed to just like or be stopped or just revisited. And I think it's important to first acknowledge them, and it's important also to sometime when, like in my own experience, when I've been wanting to be more aware of what I was doing, I actually was asking my children. Like I I don't do that anymore, but I used to, where um, I would look around the room and something really bothered me because it was messy. And I, instead of like just stopping and really like staying there and seeing what was not okay, or what was needed to just really be put together, I would just like start being like a kind of a mini volcano and just clearing things. Um, and I needed the accountability of other people that lived with me for for me to not do that. And it was becoming so part of me that I was not even aware I was doing that. And once I actually decided, no, I'm just going to stand or stay or sit right here, and I'm going to just look in the room and looking around the room and look at what's going on. So, wow, there's a pile of toys that's always coming here. There's my paper, my paperwork or whatever I'm working on is always piling up right here. Or so it was important to actually see that what was going on, the places I would work at or I would stop at, or the places the children would play, or like it was kind of always the place where things were piling up. And by removing those things, by fixing, removing those things, I was not making an end at what really was the problem, if I may say, which was not real problem, but I was really making always I was doing always the same thing, like over and over and over, And I realized that I was doing that in other areas. Like instead of just observing, oh, listen, like there's always a pile of papers that was happening here. There's always, so let's put maybe a little area for me to work there instead of like removing things because, and then the next time I would work, it would happen again. So I was just making a huge difference for me to observe and find a solution instead of removing and wanting to fix, which was nothing was fixed. So with that said, I actually became kind of a stand. Uh, I then became a stand for my family and myself instead of being a volcano to remove stuff and nobody was actually able to find what they were looking for because I was just removing, thinking that I was organizing where I was definitely not organizing. So just to like really uh, make a little note on what am I a stand for when I do that? Like what am I a stand for when I do that? Like what is it that I was actually looking for? And what did I have as an outcome? Like my children were not happy because I would remove what would be in the way. I was not pleased because I would remove, like I would pretty much remove everything that was in the way because I wanted a clear space, and I would definitely not. I was not a stand for anyone, not a stand for them, not a stand for me, and I would and everything would pile again the week after. Like it was a constant habit that was just constantly happening. It was constant. And so it was important to actually have a change. So it's only when I asked them to help me help them and please help me, that really it made a big difference. So they were able to share that if I remove something, it would be nice to maybe see possibility to do something different altogether. And it just helped me too. Like all of a sudden, now I have a basket where I actually put my project, and I have I have two baskets where basically one is my project and the second one is whatever books I use or I like to read off and on. I was the same for the books. Like I would remove the books because I would put the books around and it was going in a way. And yes, sometimes the books I didn't need anymore, I was giving them away. But really, it always has been the same habits coming on and on and on and on that was causing my family and myself to just not be fully in my possibility of work and fully in my delivery of work. So yeah. So with that said, I just invite you to just also see what it is for you and maybe share with the group next Monday at 4 p.m. So next Monday at 4 p.m. will be another Zoom call. I will post it. I will share with you what is it to actually mindset reset ourselves. In the meantime, you can definitely check the program that's on YouTube, and it's again hashtag mindset reset. And there's a mail that has a whole program on this. So I'm here as a stand because that's something that I have done always, and I am so thankful that there is actually someone out there, that a whole team she has that is actually has it all together. That's already like a few steps to follow. So she has a 30-day program, like it's 30 days in a row. I do I do every Monday at 4 p.m. and then I let you do, basically I let you in your own greatness. So on Monday I plant the seeds, and then you have a full week until the Monday after to plant more seeds. And then I would like you to share. So thank you so much. It's now 4:30. We have 30 minutes of Zoom call together today. I wish you an amazing mindset reset, and I see you next Monday at 4. Thank you so much.